you probably saw the title. We're doing some mixed reality stuff. I know you can barely hear me. I expect it. I'm gonna turn it down here in just a second. What's up? What's up? What's going on, guys? The alarm is going off. Hey, hold on. I need to turn the alarm off. I need to turn the, okay, got the alarm. So, hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Reality Check VR video. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about some mixed reality stuff. And if you didn't hear me a second ago, I guess I'm trying to print some vases in spiral mode with the printers over here. And unfortunately, I'm picking ones that aren't necessarily going to work with this mode. So that one over there, I guess I don't know. To print in vase mode with the 3D printer, just saying this, you should almost always print a solid object, a completely solid object. That way it prints properly. This was not a solid object, so it makes complete sense why it did not work. Quick shout out to the guys that are in here. What's up, Jay Maccabee? What's up, Michael? What's going on? Yeah, The Joke and Play Z. What's going on, guys? Brute Bandit. Good to see some of you guys in here, of course. So we've got Johnny Live, too. What's up? We're going to just kind of get to this stuff pretty quick. I don't have a whole lot of time, so I'm going to have to kind of run through this stuff as quickly as possible, so I got to stay on task. Certainly good to see you guys in here. I haven't had all the chance in the world, or had all the time in the world to do what I want. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and quickly just jump over here to a Google page, and I'm going to go ahead and make myself a little bit smaller so you can see that Google page. All right. So up here, just because I have to cancel my print right now, I'm going to go ahead and go to this one. Don't worry, you can't get into my network. I'm secured. So this one is my rose vase that I was starting to print. If I click on control, you'll see right here. You can actually see it currently printing right now, but you'll see that stringing right there. It's so bad. Actually, the print is beautiful. Other than that stringing, the printer is not doing anything wrong. This model is not meant to print this way, and this was a test. So this was a test, and I'm learning. I'm always learning things. So obviously, if I take this model, for example, and I go and I turn it into a solid, and then I reprint it the same way, it will work. I know that. I'm confident of that. So I need to create a solid through Mesh Mixer, and then I'm going to click Cancel right now. Cancel this print. You're going to be able to see it cancel here. So as I said, though, if I take Mesh Mixer and create this into a solid object, it will then print properly. So it just stopped right there. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the Z, tell it to move up a little bit. And actually at this point I'm going to go ahead and just let that printer, I'm going to leave it right there. So, didn't mean to. Hey, what's up? So I guess I will give you guys, yeah, my desktop is really messy, so I don't want you guys to get stuck in the horde of that. Nothing I have to worry about. 192.168.0.3 is going to take me to my other printer, so you're going to be able to see really quickly the other ANET A8 printing. This is a VOS that I'm printing, and this one is in, of course, what is it? This one is in solid mode, so I don't know why it's taking so long to load. It could be because the Pi is super hot. That happens sometimes. Maybe we're not going to get to see it there, but you can see it actually right there printing. Boom, it's going. And definitely, about the order, I didn't, yeah, I don't forget about that stuff either, usually, so just hit me up. So anyways, I'm going to just go ahead and jump off the 3D printing stuff right now. Really cool stuff I have to show you guys with that. Plus the fact that you can print these spinners all in one. Anyway, okay, enough of that. We're going to talk about Oculus right now and what's going on with Oculus. So real quick, getting started with mixed reality capture. If you guys didn't know, there has been some more updates, and I will go ahead and make myself smaller again. Right here it says in the blog, and I do got a quick shout out to Virtual Reality Oasis, or VR Oasis. He was messaging me today, and he asked me, he said, Caleb, did you check out Oculus World, the World demo? And to be fair, I had checked it out a while ago, and no, I could not get any mixed reality to work. And what's really, really weird is the new update, I actually cannot find it. So I can't even try it out in the new update. But he mentioned that to me, and I asked him why, and he said, well, they updated the blog. And what's really crazy here is if you guys look at the blog, it says June 30th is when they updated it. Well, June 30th is also the day that I had made that last video. That last video where I was holding the controller like this and I was showing you guys the stuff, that was June 30th. So apparently from the day that I was on here, until later they have actually updated this, you know, what's going on here. So they've made things new. Anyways, I had just happened to be a couple hours too early to see these updates. That happens to me quite a bit. So anyways, there's always new things to see. But as you can see, they said they've been working hard to bring native virtual or mixed reality to support the Oculus Rift, and now it's here. So time to go get a green screen, and actually you don't even need a green screen to do a lot of the effects. But once you do that, you can get the developer apps to enable it, and it will work by merging the live content with the mixed reality, you know, the virtual content, and showing you very, very cool things. If you scroll down here, it tells you that they've been working on many different things. Oh, by the way, the first app enabled, blah, 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 blah. The first things, sorry, you'll need a way to mount the touch controller to a camera for tracking. So, right, you need a way to put the camera on a controller. So what I did here is I'll bring this up a little bit. I actually just took it and I attached it via some Ziploc ties. That's very, very simple, right? There's another method that they have as well, and if you click on this guide, it should actually show me, I didn't want it really to do that, but you can actually go to the download page, and when you go there, they will actually show you, download page, mixed reality capture tools, and mixed reality capture tools right here. Then you can download this, and this will give you those mixed reality capture tools. Wonderful. MXR tools. Perfect. And so anyway, they have a device that you can actually print, and you will be able to see what you want. And I'm kind of getting flustered right here, so I apologize. Let me go ahead and bring up the picture with what I want you guys to see. The picture is saved here. I thought I saved it. Thought I saved the picture. Yes, there it is. Okay, perfect. So I can show it to you now, and here it is. So this is the picture that somebody had thrown up on the development Slack team here, and this is basically the CAD file that Oculus has given us. And if you actually want to see something, I'm printing this currently right now over here. Oh, you can't see it on the camera. I forget. Actually, I forgot. I was thinking you were on the camera that I was holding. I normally can use that camera through OBS, but because we're about to do it through Oculus, I can't show it to you that way. So I'm printing this right now in ABS over there on the Lulzbot Taz 6, and it looks great. There's a few different solutions, so very quickly before I go into all that stuff, because I got to hurry up and stay on task, I will show you one of my solutions, and that is to take a camera. If you have like a DSLR camera, one like this, they've actually got different things you can get on Thingiverse, like a hot shoe mount, for example, a hot shoe GoPro type mount, and then I've got just this controller mount that I used for the Oculus gun, and then from right there you can put on a controller, you know, such as a VR object. So the VR object would be up on top, right, and you can have your DSLR plugged in with an HDMI adapter, boom, and you can actually mix reality like that, walking around the room, and then, well, how do you get it to your computer, right? You got to have a way to get your DSLR hooked up to the computer or your nice high-def camera. So they have these cables, and I did put a description, I think, in the link of this one. I bought this one for, it's like $47. It's kind of expensive, so you got to make sure to really want to do that stuff. I haven't actually got this all working yet, but this is the tools that I know I need to get this working. I was trying to test it today, and I'm running out of time, just because that's how things always are. But anyway, I'm going to keep pushing through this. That's the stuff that you can get going. There's several different solutions. I'm just trying to say you can make your own solution, whether it's a webcam or a high-def camera. You can make it happen. So let's go ahead and get into the bulk of what you need to do. I only have, like I said, about 20 minutes left. So let's go ahead and jump in. So mixed reality capture setup guide. How does mixed reality capture work? The whole idea behind mixed reality is that we're going to be taking game footage in front and game footage behind, and we're going to put me in the middle, or you in the middle, right? We're just making a sandwich. Mixed reality is a sandwich. I love sandwiches. I love putting things inside of sandwiches, and this time we get to be what's inside the sandwich. Does that make sense? Is that a creepy analogy for you guys? Does it work? Okay. Mixed reality is making sandwiches. All right, and we're the meat. Okay. So weird. And the bread is the virtual world and the virtual objects, all right? You got it? It makes perfect sense now. So that's how you composite it. So when you're compositing software, you just make sure that's how you layer everything. You're in the middle, things are on the edges, right? Virtually, we're in the center, the things are on the sides. All right. Compositing. So it's going to explain that stuff to you. We'll get to that in a quick moment. They keep showing the Oculus Medium stuff. I've tried an Oculus Medium. I can't get in there yet. So let's go ahead and see. We've got the developer downloads. If you go in there, you can download the new SDK as of 6/30. I'm sorry, July monthly release notes. And it says in here, we started working on it over the past few months. Unity update. Sorry. Basically, it's somewhere it says in here that you're going to be able to play with it. I know in a few different spots it tells me. I'm just kind of jumping all over this place here. Yeah, Unity sample framework. It doesn't actually say anything in here. So I went here looking earlier, and some of the things that were here before are gone. So you'll notice that's gone, like it was there before. Unity mixed reality capture. If I click on this, this is the page we were at before. So, okay. I guess when you want to get Unity working with it, all you have to do is just replace the old OVR manager with the new OVR manager. And once you've done that, you just have to click a button that says Enable Mixed Reality Capture. Once you click that button, it works. When you click the Use Direct Composition button, it does. Did anybody see that video that I made a long time ago where I was like, you don't need a green screen, right? And I was showing how you could bring the items into the view and you could see the items. This is what you can do without any setup work, right? It allows you to do that when you put the Use Direct Composition. And of course, if you had a green screen behind you, it will also take that out. So rather than just talking and talking and talking, I'm going to start showing you guys some of these things. I really do apologize for being somewhat flustered because I don't have all the information set out in front of me. I'm trying to learn it literally right now as we speak. I've been spending the last several hours involved in these things, trying to get them to work and seeing what I can and cannot do with it. And at this point, it's the end of my night. I just want to share this stuff with you guys. My genuine hope is that there will be developers and other enthusiasts that are going to dive into this stuff and become just crazy experts at it. Not only that, I'm really hoping that developers out there see that this is available and put their games, updated with this so that we can, of course, play those games in mixed reality with our friends and make some cool videos. And marketers can have some fun. But right here, what it tells you is that if a game has mixed reality built into it and somebody has exported it in Unity, to get it to start in mixed reality, you simply have to take the exe file, the shortcut, and add these properties to it, the dash mixed reality, dash direct composition, or dash external composition. And what's the difference? Okay, so the mixed reality, I guess, is supposed to open in the mirror window, is when you're going to see it, to split in the mirror window. If you do the direct composition, it's going to automatically do the green screen keying for you, and you've got the properties for those the green screen keying in the actual Unity position, so you can actually choose kind of how bright, how dark it should be. It says on there there's a little bit of lag though when you do that, so be careful if you I guess I should move myself. Be careful because there is lag, like I said, when you do that. So you don't necessarily want to do that for like high quality videos. It's just more or less if you want to just kind of play with things and see how good something looks. You always want to see how something looks. So it's great to just test things out. But then when you really want to record something to make a cool video or make something look good, you want to do it in external composition. That's going to give you your two windows, your separate pieces, so that in OBS or these other studios or whatever kind of visual composer that you're using, you can create that sandwich like I talked about earlier and put yourself in the middle of that. So that's kind of what that all is right there. So talk about all these other pieces of information. This really isn't necessary for most people. Right here, a simple Unity sample with mixed reality capture enabled is included in the Unity sample framework in Assets, Sample Scenes, Mixed Reality Capture, MRC Test. It's not there. I didn't see it. I did not see that in there. I don't think that's really true. So, okay. Let's see what I can do right now. I'm putting this out at 60 frames per second. That's kind of silly. I should have been 30 frames per second. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and go through a camera calibration. We're going to go through a camera calibration, and then we're going to jump into Unity and see it working, and that'll be it. Okay? And then you guys can go get started yourselves. So to do the camera calibration, what we'll do here is I'm going to open up a folder, and I'm going to go ahead and find my desktop, clicking on Mixed Reality 2. Okay. So those mixed reality tools that you downloaded, when you go into those mixed reality tools, it has this information here. That calibration image before, pattern, right? So this is the pattern that you're going to download and print out. You want to put it on a flat surface of some kind. They recommend putting it on a cardboard. I put mine on a boogie board, right? So you can put yours on whatever you need to make it work. And at this point, So I'm going to want to take my controller and put it somewhere that it can actually, like, you know, see and be seen, so that I can do my stuff that I need to do with it. And unfortunately, I don't actually have all the right pieces here, but it's okay. It's going to work. It's going to work just fine. Okay. I know what to do. Yes. I'm going to take this thing, my touch holder. Will that work? No, I don't think it's going to work. No. I need to find a way to just prop this up for a second. Give me just 1 second, guys, because in order to do this, you basically have to, I think that'll work for me, huh? That's kind of a crappy solution, but a solution nonetheless. I don't like it, but I just need the controller to sit still for a second so I can do my calibration process around it. And it's kind of weird. All right. This is what I normally use, so why won't I just do what I normally do? I'll just show you guys what I normally would do. So stop freaking out, Caleb, with your time, and just be calm, and things will work out. If only I could find my electric screwdriver. It's gone. It's gone. Okay, guys, so I'll show you what I normally do. Sorry about this. We're gonna get this going. We're gonna get some good information out here. I promise you, this is gonna be worth it. So what I do here is I've got this little tool, and I've attached this hot shoe to it because I was showing off how you could attach it to a DSLR. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna unattach this because I don't want this hot shoe on there, which is the piece that attaches to the camera. And if I take this out, I've got this other piece, just a simple GoPro mount, right? All right, and this right here, because it's a simple GoPro mount, all right, will allow me to put it onto a stand. Putting it on that stand will allow us to put the camera in a spot that it can be seen by our sensors, and that will allow us to do our calibration test. Basically, your camera has to be somewhere where the sensors can see the VR tracker, right? And the VR tracker has to be seen by those sensors. And then once you do your camera calibration, it knows where the camera is oriented in relation to the tracker. So at that point, you're ready to do mixed reality. And I hope that made sense. So what I did here is I just put this bottom piece on, tighten that up real nice. Now when I put this controller in here, stays, yep, stays real nice, perfect. Right, so now I'm gonna go put this piece onto my stand. All right, that's exactly, that's the solution that I would do if I wasn't trying to be in a hurry, and so that's what I needed to do. That's what I just needed to do. All right. All right, we're good? We're good? Everybody happy? I'm happy. All right, excellent. So we've got our camera back there being tracked, and it can be seen. We've got the pattern right there. We've already printed our pattern. So the very next step that you need to do once you have your camera set up, attached to a VR tracker, put in a range where it can be seen by your sensors, printed your calibration image, right? It's not that difficult. I'm making it way more difficult, I think, than it is. You go into your camera calibration tool, click on it. All right. This should open a little window for you right there. And this is going to also open up your Oculus. All right. Wonderful. I'm going to sign us in. Hey, Oculus Home. And then from here, we can either load our camera file if we've already previously done this, which I actually have previously done it, so I could hit load, I could hit main camera configuration file right there. I could load it right on up, right? And it would work. It would work. But I'm going to go to the other one and just show you actually. I know I said a lot of things, but I'm gonna just because I want you guys to see everything, I'm going to click. So this is what happens if you do load your old one. So if I did load my old one, it loads up the old camera, see? And my controllers are way off. This is not where they are. See how they're kind of standing there? You see how they're rotating properly, but they're not moving right? Let me go ahead and make this maximized. Okay. So once again, you can see my controllers kind of moving there, but they're not in the right spot, right? That's because the headset's not on. The headset needs to be tracking them. So the moment you kind of put your headset on and do this, right? You'll notice that they're being tracked now a little bit better. But they are off. They're not quite where they should be. I've moved the camera. All right. Oh. All right, there. Now the camera's about spot on. There we go. Because the reason that happens is because the zip ties do move a little bit. So when you're using one of those things like Oculus has you print, or even when you're using one of these other devices and you tighten them up very well, you won't have that issue. So now these controllers are pretty well tracked. And what you can see here is what I'm talking about is when you're using the direct composition. This is a direct composition where you see that lag kind of happening. When you're using external composition, you do not get that same kind of a lag. So as we can see right here, I just loaded up an old file, and it's still working. And to be fair, that file that I'm showing you right now that's working is a file that I used that's on the first day. I haven't redone it since then. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of this right now, and we're going to reopen up Camera Tool. And we're going to go ahead and click Calibrate Camera. This is the C922 Pro camera. Yes, that's right. We'll give it a name. We'll call it, C922 number 2. Because this is, oh, that's not quite. I'm just going to put a C22 on that. That's fine. Good for it. All right, so this is where you're going to choose the, what's the resolution of the camera. I always did 1280 by 720 in the past because I thought the speeds were really, really slow when I did it larger. I don't know if I can go larger, but I'm going to try it out right now just because, hey, we want to learn, right? So 1920 by 1080, right? By 1080. And we'll go ahead and hit next. See if it likes that or not. I mean, we'll see. It may think it's crazy. Okay, so here we are. And we've started to do the calibration process. I'm going to go ahead and make myself a little bit smaller. Ooh, okay, and I apologize. So guys, I haven't been keeping up on chat. I need to look. I'm looking through chat real quick. I can barely hear your music. Yeah, what's up, guys? I apologize for not paying attention to chat. So, yeah, Oculus World is basically one of those places that you could jump in and just, view a basic demo of Tuscany, kind of without any actual butterflies or sounds or anything. It's just meant to be a diagnostic type test, and I don't see it in there right now. So it's just interesting that it was there. I've got like 10 minutes to finish this, so I'm looking through. Did it say which sensors to be seen? No, it doesn't need to be specific sensors. It just needs to be able to be seen at all by sensors. So yes, as far as the lag that you're seeing from the camera captures, that definitely is true. There's a bunch of lag right here. And the reason there's a bunch of lag in this camera is because this camera is looking for algorithms and it's doing a bunch of math right now. You can't tell, but it's doing a bunch of math in the background. So if I go ahead and hit camera settings, I'm going to be able to go into my camera settings. I want to make sure to turn focus off. I don't want it to be focusing. And I'm going to go ahead and just keep it the way that it is there. That's good for me. So go ahead and hit OK, and I'll hit next. And yeah, this screen is very slow. Start intrinsic calibration. Okay. What I notice is that it's always in reverse, which is kind of weird. Okay, start intrinsic calibration. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera. Flipping the camera. Flipping the camera. Flip the camera. Okay, there we go. All right, flip the camera. So this is what it looks like more in real life. Test D and then do compositing with post. Yeah, no, for sure. I was gonna say, Taylor, to be fair, the best way to do it, and here's in my mind the best way to do it. So you can take any high definition camera, and I'll try to say this real quick. So you take any high definition camera, and what you'll do is you'll plug it into the computer. Once you get your two composites, you'll have a game composite, and you'll have your actual, you know, through OBS, you're gonna have your actual video camera composite, right? And then in there, you'll basically, you'll move your controller around. And when you see a little bit of lag happening, just like, you know, back in the day when I would do it, I would see a little bit of lag happening when I would play with it. You'll go into your video, and OBS has a filter, or there's like a plug-in, right, that you can put on there that will delay your video. So you can make your video delay to the exact moment that your controllers are delayed. So when you're watching it and the controllers are moving, delay your video and you'll see them sync up to be perfect. And when you see your hand delayed perfect with the video, you don't have to worry about it anymore. You don't have to do any post, right? Saves a lot of post effort. I promise you I do a lot of stuff in post, but it's so nice when you can have it all working perfect seamlessly. And not only that, because you're doing it in this way, you can stream it live and do live streams, right? And live stream, virtual reality, mixed reality is going to be huge, especially with esports in the future. So I'm going to go ahead and get my boogie board. We're going to get this thing fine-tuned, and we're going to jump into Unity, and then I got to go pick up my wife. I'm about late for that. So one moment. Whoop, 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 whoop. Boogie board. Going to get the boogie board. At the same time, messaging the wife, telling her that I'm going to be late. I'm going to be late. I'm going to be 10 after. She's going to be so mad. She's going to be like, why? With love. I mean, with love. So here's my boogie board. My pattern on it, right? So it's telling me right there I need to put my pattern up in that square. All right, so check this out. I'm going to, wait, is it this way? Is it this way? Is it this way? No, it's this way. All right, so we're going to put my boogie board over, and here's what you want to do too. You want to hold a touch controller. You want to hold a touch controller in your hand. And I'm just going to put this on. I don't know if you need to, but I feel like it's going to be better tracked if I do this. Could be way wrong. It doesn't say to do that. It does not say to wear your headset. Okay, this is going to be ridiculous. I can't really, yep, I can't really, it's so delayed that it takes forever for me to get to where it needs to be, which is why when I made that last video, I made sure to do it without you guys having to, like, you know, watch this painful process. So it's going to try to get 20 points, right? And once it thinks it gets about 20 points, it's going to say, okay, I see it. And I just took a picture. I just pushed the A button on the touch controller, right? I'm going to bring it down now, and this is painful slow to watch. So yeah, you guys got to tell me, what are the best games for the Steam sale? I'm interested. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Here we go. Wait. No. So am I like not doing much when I do this? Ah, here we go. I'm like, I feel like I'm not moving at all, and then all of a sudden I move a whole bunch. To the right, to the right, to the right, and down, and snapshot. I can't really see what I'm doing right now. All right, I think I got to scoot back a bit. And I think I probably should angle it a little better. Dang, man, I've got all this stuff in my way. This is why you'll notice I edit a lot of my videos, because I take a long time to do stuff. Okay, I think I really need to go back. Okay, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm going to do, guys. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I decided real quick. The lag is really, really bad the higher the quality that you make it. So I'm going to go back into the camera calibration tool, and I'm just going to let it be 1280 by 720. Because that's going to be a lot faster. And there we go. So, whoop, actually, click on camera settings. Make sure they didn't change. Perfect. Click on next. So this is why you don't want to do the HD or the 1920 because it takes forever. Gosh. And you know what? Maybe that's my computer. I could be very easily, because my computer is just, you know, can't handle that kind of stuff. The higher, you know, quality computer that you have, the better processor and whatnot, the better that will work for you, I'm sure. Damn it, this table is in a really bad spot. I should not have this table here. And you'll see how it gets the points. It's going to get some different points on each one. Whoop. Hit the button each time. Table's in the way again. Yeah, it makes it a lot easier if you put your camera in the same direction as your monitor. That way you don't have to turn around like I'm doing right now. It would greatly help. Yeah, if you just make sure to put your camera where your screens are. Woo! Okay, now I got to get a little bit. All right. I'll tell you guys right now, I'm super, super excited, more so for anything, for Echo Arena. I'm not really excited for mixed reality at Echo Arena because I think I'll look really silly if I try to do that. But I'm excited for mixed reality in other games, like bow and arrow type games or like shooter games. Those ones certainly are cool. Woo. Okay. Dang, Oculus. Okay, and you're like, why do they make you do this? The reason they're making you do this is because you have to actually... Oh, wait, no. Okay, I thought I didn't do it well enough. It says my error was 0.233. As long as it's smaller than 1.0, you're good. So mine was good enough. Go ahead and click Next. Click Next. It says, is your controller attached to the VR object, left, right touch controller, or is it static camera? So you can do either of any of these things. You can either do a VR object, like the controller that I have right there. You can do either your left or right touch controller and just use one while you're playing a game, right? Or you can have a static camera, and then as long as you never move your camera, as long as your camera stays in the exact same spot, every time you play Oculus games, you can play mixed reality and it'll work. It's pretty cool, right? So we'll go ahead and hit Next. All right, now we have to put the Rift. Put the Rift in the way. All right, now it wants us, where's my touch controller? Put one hand, I'll hold this one. Boop, 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 boop. Anyways, it does this because they want you to be able to see the camera's field of view and any, differences that's going to have in the lens are going to show up through this geometry. They're going to be able to make the right adjustments to the settings. It's quite ingenious, I'd say, and I'm actually pretty happy with them for doing it this way. It'll definitely get better as the future moves on. You know what? I'm going to say this, I could be wrong, but maybe the reason it's flipped is because it's easier to do when you're looking at it. I don't know. All right. Boop-a-doop-a-doop. Boop-a-doop-doop-doop. All right. Okay, what you can see here is these little markers. They should almost be on top of each other. These little colorful markers you see, square, or that square, cross, cross, the cross, cross. If the closer these crosses are together, the better it is. So I would actually want to redo it and try to get them a little better. I'm not going to for this purpose, just because I want to finish the test. So you want to make those as perfect as you possibly can. And once you do that, you're going to see that what is this? Oh no, it sees the, what? I've never had that happen before. It sees a controller on the thing for some reason. So that's interesting. But all right, awesome. I'm not really sure how that happened. I don't know if that's a glitch. That never happened to me when I did it previously, so it could be just a glitch. What you do is you would normally save this to a file at this point. After if you want to fine-tune your settings, you fine-tune your settings. You save it to a file, and you give it, I'll say this is second try. Once you save it to a file, it's saved, but you haven't done what you need to do, right? You actually have to hit Save Camera to OVR or to OVR Server, right? And that is what's going to make it work. So I'm going to say this real quickly. So when you're playing an Oculus, the way you play mixed reality is you would start your Oculus, you would start your camera tool, you would load your camera configuration file that you've already done, and once you load it, you would save it to the server, right? Right? Once you save it to the server, you will then load the game of your choice in mixed reality using that setting we said in the properties, dash mixed reality, dash direct external, or external composition, and that is how you do it. That is how it works, and that's how it starts up and then runs. So, just for the purposes of showing it, I'm going to go ahead and close out of it again. So right now, my Oculus it would work in mixed reality, right? But because I close out of Oculus, it is now no longer in mixed reality. When I start Oculus up again, it's a new way to start Oculus. Watch this. I just started Oculus again. It's now no longer in mixed reality. It is now no longer in camera composition. So what I would have to do, I would have to go into my camera tool, I have to hit load camera file. This time I'm going to hit my main camera because I think it's better. Hit main camera config, right? Hit save camera to OVR server. Make sure, and at any point you could change it, right? You could change one of these things. I'm going to save it to the server, and then I'm going to close out of it, right? So now I've closed out of it. Now what I would do is, like it says, I would open up my application in virtual reality. Unfortunately, we don't have any application that works in mixed reality right now, and they don't give you the files that they say they give you. But there is one thing that we can do, and I will do this as very fast as possible. We're going to jump here into Unity. And this is an old project file that I have, so let's just see what we can do here. Mixed Reality 2, we're going to go into their files here. Mixed Reality 2, Mixed Reality 2. It's starting up. And here it goes. Oop, oh wow, sorry guys. I apparently just closed it. All right, so Mixed Reality 2. Don't close it now. Okay, and once it starts up, the one thing that I did previous to this was I made sure to take the Oculus utilities, came out 629, right? You'll want to install those. Import, right? Okay, access denied. Awesome. Well, try again. Okay, whatever. I already did it once. I don't know why I'm getting some problems right now. It always happens when you're streaming. So once you've done that, you'll notice I'll go into the OVR player controller, and if I click on the OVR rig, look over here. You'll see something completely different. It says enabled mixed reality. Use direct composition, right? And down below that, it's got the tolerances and the different settings that you can do for those green screens. So what you'll notice right here is that if I go into scene and I hit play, it'll take me into, or sorry, if I go into the game scene, nothing there? Nothing here? Oh, it's all frozen right now. It is frozen. Oh, great. New scene. Room. How about we go to cubes? Trivial. Dang it, guys. Did I really ruin it? Did I really mess it all up? Can I not see? Okay. I did mess it up for you guys. Here's what I'll do. I'm going to just delete OVR. Delete it. Very simple. And we will go ahead and we don't have this because I'm trying to get rid of everything. File, new scene. Don't save. All right, I'm sorry. I'm like completely noobing it up right now because I'm thinking about too many things. I don't know why that's not working right now. It's not giving me access to anything. Huh. Well, normally, guys, you would jump in here, and as soon as you start doing it, it will work. Let me see. Now the crashing this happens with. Yeah, I know she is, but my wife is upset probably. I just really wanted to show this to you guys, so it would be so cool if it would just work, so I could, you know, feel good knowing that we're looking at something. Okay, so check this out. You can see no controllers, right? Can you see room? Hey, it's working now. It's working. Okay, I knew it would work if we just, you know, had persistence, right? So you can see I can see with my headset right now, right? As you're supposed to. Headset's moving, headset's moving. Wonderful, wonderful. If I move my hands, I've got blocks for hands, right? Blocks for hands. Check this out, guys. I'm really, really excited because I know this is going to work now when I show it to you. This is going to be awesome. So when I go over here and I click Stop Play, go into my player controller, go into my OVR camera rig, and I click on Enable Mixed Reality. Boom. I click it. Yes! It's already working. Notice how my headset's moving, but the camera's not moving. Why? Because that is my new camera. And I'm over here, and it's over there. And it's looking at me. And I can move this one, and then I can pick this up, and I can move him around the room. And I can say, hey, we're going to follow my hand. So here we go. Mixed reality. And I know, you're like, well, what does this really mean? Okay, I don't have the green screen set up. Oh, I do. I have a little green screen set up. Okay, so if I go over here, and I say stop, and we click on, what is this one? The use direct composition. This is going to automatically do it for us, right? Automatically going to key us. So you'll see right here, here's the green screen. Ah! Except it's really bad. It's not going to be keyed very well right here. But you can see this. Hey, I got my block right here. So imagine this is something else, right? You could easily put something else in the world. Like, for example, you could take a Minecraft sword and, you know, literally, I'm not going to even put the stuff on it, the textures on it, or am I, does it work like that? Yeah, there we go. So, you know, you could take a Minecraft sword and you could put a Minecraft sword in the world. I guess you'd have to do this one, in the scene. And you could just say, hey, Minecraft sword, and you can put that Minecraft sword, like, on the player. Where's my tracking space? And, you know, I'm just saying, you know, not that you have to do anything like that, but did I even attach it to my right hand? I don't think I did. I don't think I attached it the proper way. I just trying to do something. Yeah, you can't see it because the way I've got it all edited right now. But anyways, you could attach what you want to your hands. And when you put them up in the world, you'll be able to see them. I think this is going to be really, really great. I'm just going to say this right now. I'm going to end the video. But I think this would be really, really great, not just for playing mixed reality, but for the future of marketing and being able to get people's attention with different devices and video. Of course, if there's high definition video and you're able to show them different things like this and use those things in the real world simply by holding a controller and it makes it look like something else, that's really awesome. So anyways, the mixed reality, whether you're using a green screen or whether you're using you know, just simple direct composition without it, is just a really fun thing to do. So be sure, if you've already created some applications, to jump into Unity and update your projects so that we can all play with them. I know me and the rest of the content creators out there are really looking forward to playing some different games in virtual reality. And I know that that's really going to help the mass adoption for the world to see it, because as soon as more people start seeing people playing virtual reality and how it works, there's going to be a heck of a lot more people that are going to jump in there and be trying to, you know, get involved with whether it be investments or just, you know, be part of the community. So I really do appreciate you guys checking out the video. I hope this video has helped some of you guys with some information about it. I know I'm not always the best at putting it out there. I'm still learning a lot of this stuff myself. I only get to do it in my free time. So I'm watching YouTube videos and searching Google myself to get better and smarter every single day. Once again, if you guys have any support that you can offer me, whether it be through wisdom, through comments, or anything, just leaving a like on here, I really do appreciate you guys checking it out. And I will see you guys very soon. I've got lots of things I need to do. I'm going to say it right now. I got called out to beat the #1 in the world for Fruit Ninja in survival. He has 12,000 points, and my goodness, I tried all day. I'm #4 in the world right now. I'm #4 in the world, and that is not even half of your score, so I'm working on it. Wife's calling me right now, so I will see you guys in the next one, and we'll have a lot of fun. All right, bye.